Welcome to Listify. Top 10 Android games. Number 10. Breaking Bad Criminal Elements. Breaking Bad Criminal Elements is a management strategy where you build your own illegal drug ring with the help of two business legends, Walter White and Jesse Pinkman. Thanks to their advice and know-how, you'll start out at the bottom but will eventually end up conquering the whole city. At your headquarters, you can build and improve different types of buildings like a lab, a brick store, an armored van, the watchtowers, and so on. In addition, we will be able to place each building and barricade exactly where you want. In that sense, you can create real fortresses capable of fighting off any enemy attacks you might encounter. Building and improving your headquarters is important, but it is also very important to expand your territory. To that aim, you'll need to conquer new areas on the map. In order to go about doing that, you need to create an assault squadron led by a special character who you'll send out to attack enemy bases. These skirmishes, for example, are very similar Clash of Clans. One of the better parts of Breaking Bad Criminal Elements is, without a doubt, the extensive use it makes of its official license. You get to meet and interact with a multitude of characters from the TV shows, recruit them up and add their skills to your empire. Breaking Bad Criminal Elements is an entertaining management strategy game with good graphics and hundreds of missions that you'll complete little by little. A fun title that'll particularly tickle anyone who loved the popular TV show. Number 9. Tesla vs. Lovecraft. Tesla vs. Lovecraft is a top-down twin-stick shooter that has been ported over to Android. It was originally released on consoles and PC at the beginning of 2018, and as of today, it has arrived on the Google Play Store. If you couldn't tell by the name, the game revolves around a nightmarish Lovecraftian theme that ties into the electrified world of Nikola Tesla, which is a pretty unique idea that allows for some gratifying high-tech shooting action. In Tesla vs. Lovecraft, you'll play the role of the world-renowned inventor Nikola Tesla. Somehow Tesla has managed to anger the inhuman minions of the horror author H.P. Lovecraft, and so it will be Tesla's duty to take on these monsters through the use of science and high-tech weaponry. The main story should take the average player 4 hours to beat, and there's also an endless survival mode for when you've seen everything there is to see in the story mode. Gameplay largely resembles that of any top-down twin-stick shooter. Your left thumb will control the left analog stick, and your right thumb controls the right stick. Shooting is of course controlled with the right stick, and move the left. This familiar setup works fairly well, though touchscreen controls are never as responsive as using a physical controller. Luckily, physical controller support is also included, though sadly it would appear the Shield TV is incompatible. Number 8. The Room: Old Sins. The Room: Old Sins is a puzzle video game developed by Fireproof Games and the fourth game in their series, The Room. It was released for mobile platforms in January 2018. It is the fourth part of the famous puzzle from Fireproof Games. You will be in the role of a detective and solve the mysterious affairs of the Waldegrave family. Solve all the puzzles and find the missing family. Study all the mechanisms to find more information. Locked doors, claustrophobic rooms, a variety of sophisticated organ objects and ethereal background music will be your deepest impression on this game. The game through a very real 3D modeling, with the plot props, background music chic, for players to create a mysterious atmosphere, giving players an unprecedented play experience. Enter the room, Old Sins, and be transported to a place where tactile exploration meets challenging puzzles and a captivating story. The sudden disappearance of an ambitious engineer and his high society wife provokes the hunt for a precious artifact. The trail leads to the attic of their home and the discovery of an old peculiar dollhouse. Explore unsettling locations, follow obscure clues and manipulate bizarre contraptions as you uncover the mysteries within Waldegrave Manor. Explore a deviously complex dollhouse which transforms at your fingertips. Each intricate room is a portal to a new, stunning environment. Easy to begin yet hard to put down, enjoy a unique mix of intriguing puzzles with a simple user interface. A tactile experience so natural you can almost feel the surface of each object. Number 7. Jage. Jage is a futuristic game that takes its inspiration from the Judge Dredd comics that first became popular in the 70s. Players find themselves in the futuristic city of Edinburgh, where crime is running rampant and the police are hard-pressed to keep order. It is up to gamers to restore peace to the streets, armed with their wits and a mighty cyborg to control. After a short intro to set the scene, the action of Jage gets underway. The streets are dark and moody, and exploring them can be a lot of fun. In each level of the game, players are given a main mission to complete, which gets more challenging as they advance. However, crime and danger lurk on virtually every street, and as players explore the city, they are likely to find themselves ambushed and drawn into various fights that they need to blast their way out of before they can commence. With its good variety of levels and plots of challenges, Jage provides plenty to keep gamers on their toes. The stunning graphics and sound effects alone are enough to draw gamers in and keep them coming back for more, and although there are a few glitches that can be frustrating at times, the fast-paced action and missions are enough to keep players interested and engaged more many hours at a time. Number 6. The Elder Scrolls: Blades. The Elder Scrolls is a very popular first-person RPG, and the latest installment holds many unique challenges. Elder Scrolls: Blades is a free-to-play game which requires strategy, skill and a cunning mind. The Elder Scrolls: Blades finds the protagonist returning home to a village that has been utterly destroyed. One of the main objectives is, therefore, to rebuild the civilization while undertaking numerous quests to gain valuable items and experience. However, there is also the possibility to do battle with others. An additional gaming mode known as the Abyss enables users to play within an infinite level, a great way to hone one's skills before progressing further in the main world. Although The Elder Scrolls: Blades has been developed for mobile devices, the associated graphics are similar to those displayed on a traditional gaming console. Touchscreen responsiveness is an added bonus, particularly when fending off blows from other opponents or when attacking an adversary. Personal preferences can be customized to further enhance this unique and free experience. Number 5. Into the Dead 2. Into the Dead 2 is a first-person action game where you play as a survivor in the zombie apocalypse. Unlike the first installment of this saga, this installment has an extensive story mode, so you finally learn more about your character. Gameplay in Into the Dead 2 is very simple. On the left side of the screen, you can control your character's movement, while on the right, you can shoot. You'll need to use these controls to avoid and kill zombies, trying to get to the target in one piece. Between levels, you can use what you earn to buy and unlock tons of different weapons and improvements. In the beginning, you'll only have a pistol and a sawed-off shotgun, but you can use tons of other weapons as you play, including various revolvers, machine guns, shotguns, rifles, and so on. You can also improve them as you go. Into the Dead 2 is an action game with simple but addictive gameplay and absolutely spectacular graphics. The game's story mode is also pretty interesting, with tons of events that branch off, so you can explore different stories set in the same post-apocalyptic world. Number 4. Fortnite. If you're looking for a fun gaming fix on the go, why not Fortnite on mobile? You can now play Epic Games' Battle Royale shooter on both iOS or Android devices, taking the most played game worldwide to a wide range of pocket-sized smartphones and bag-ready tablets. Bringing Fortnite to mobile was a no-brainer. The runaway success of Fortnite Battle Royale, which sees 100 players duke it out on an island map to be the last fighter standing, has already seen it come to Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch. Like other Battle Royale games, Fortnite Battle Royale is a competitive shooter between players as they airdrop out of a moving plane, or battle bus, in this case, then fight to survive as single, duo or squad, usually consisting of 3 or 4 players, as the play space slowly shrinks to force people into combat. True to the Battle Royale formula, you need to find all of your weapons and equipment on the map. You don't land with anything other than a pickaxe. While you could try attacking someone with your pick, it's best used to harvest building materials from trees, cars and other freestanding objects, so you can make your own walls, ramps, and platforms. This is a carryover from the base defense game Fortnite Battle Royale sprang from, but this mechanic adds a new ingredient to the Battle Royale recipe that makes it stand apart. Thankfully, Fortnite's cartoonish art style also lets it downscale easily to smartphone screens, which have never been more capable of competitive online gaming, with an aim assist option for Fortnite mobile players, mourning the loss of detail at that smaller size. You won't find it on the Google Play Store like all your other apps. This is partially to build a direct relationship with players, but may have more to do with not giving Google a 30% cut on Fortnite app purchases. All players have to do is open Fortnite.com Android in their browser, where they'll find the Fortnite installer for download. Number 3. PUBG Mobile. PUBG Mobile is a mobile version of the multiplayer PC shooter PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, PUBG for short. Just like Fortnite Battle Royale, in this free-to-play game, you play a combatant in a deathmatch, dropped onto an abandoned island with up to 99 other players. You must scavenge weapons and equipment and fight to be the last man standing. PUBG Mobile is a full-featured translation of the main game to mobile devices. The on-screen controls include 2 sticks to control movement, as well as fire buttons on both sides of the screen and commands for switching between weapons. In keeping with the mobile platform, aiming has been simplified, and some aspects of looting have been made automatic. For instance, you automatically loot the bodies of fallen opponents of ammunition that fits the weapons you're carrying. For players used to the PC version, the movement and aiming controls of the mobile version will take some getting used to, and gamepad support isn't perfect. Despite the size and complexity of the game, PUBG Mobile succeeds in bringing the Battlegrounds experience to mobile platforms. It's a compelling challenge for competitive shooter fans. Number 2. Broken Age. The story of Broken Age game has 2 main characters. The girl, Vella, and the boy, Shay. Although they experience completely different adventures in 2 different worlds, they are all pursuing freedom and escaping destiny. Players can switch between the 2 characters at any time to help people complete their adventure. To say that this game is more like an interactive animation, there will be a lot of dialogue and choice in the process, some of which will lead to the development of the plot. The first chapter of the game is divided into 2 main lines of the characters. The player can choose any one character to start, and now their story is independent. The game can also switch to another main line at any time. The story of the main character Vella girl is in a more tribal atmosphere. To protect the village from being destroyed, Vella will be sacrificed as a sacrifice to the monster Mogchathera. To escape this fate, Vella escaped at the sacrifice and began to look for ways to defeat Mogchathera. The other hero, Shay, whose story takes place in a spacecraft, has never had real danger when Shay, who was raised by the spacecraft, was unusually cheerful and enthusiastic about the spacecraft, claiming to be his mother. Every day he woke up from bed to sleep, all computer-fixed procedures, and Shay could not stand such a life. Like Vella, he also tried to break the shackles of fate. The too simple design of the game makes the game even more affinity, but also to some extent reduces the game to bring a sense of accomplishment to the players. However, relatively make up for this little flaw, the dialogue part of the game, some clues and props you have to complete the character dialogue can be obtained. The dialogue options in the game is a lot. Number 1. Oceanhorn. Oceanhorn is an action platform RPG openly inspired by The Legend of Zelda in terms of both its aesthetic and level layout. In fact, it's probably one of the closest experiences you can get to playing something from that popular Nintendo saga on Android. In the game, you set out to traverse an archipelago rife with danger, while making your character prosper with new objects and powers as you go along. This is the same system to advance used in Link's Adventures. The game is played in overhead perspective with 3D graphics and lets you move freely around the levels, which are brimming with both combat challenges and puzzles, as well as platform sections. All encased in an interesting plot where your character has to reveal the mysteries of his world over the 10 hours it takes to finish the game. Oceanhorn is an interesting title for lovers of action JRPGs. Obviously, it doesn't top the original Zelda, but it still makes a good effort, thanks in part to its delightful graphics and especially its audio, with the soundtrack composed by big names like Nobuo Uematsu and Kenji Ito, who also collaborated on legendary sagas such as Final Fantasy or Secret Legend of Mana. If you liked this video, please subscribe to Listify and don't forget to press the bell icon. Like this video and share it.